What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to take a look at a team and some battles submitted to us by a member of the community, MagicCylinder. Now they're bringing an awesome team, Machamp, Metagross, and the Dragonite, so somewhat similar to a team that I run myself, which is Machamp, Metagross, and Gyarados, but this team definitely looking strong, and they also are running a Shadow Machamp 100 or 98% IV, which is really cool to see. That is also best buddied as well, so a huge investment here. So we will have to see how these battles go, and I'm excited to check it out because Shadow Machamp can do a lot of damage and put a big hurt on the Master League Premier Cup meta, on top of hitting its counters, its biggest ones being some of those flyers like Togekiss, Gyarados, and Dragonite with super effective damage because of that Rock Slide. Now before we get right into the battles, I just want to let you guys know you guys have been asking for quite a while now for some ZyoniK catchphrases, merch. You guys have been asking for stuff like risk it for the biscuit or 1 HP in a dream. And I just wanted to say that merch is finally here. So thank you for everyone for suggesting that. We do have the merch now available on the merch store. There's going to be links down in the description. You guys can go check that out. Obviously, you guys don't have to buy it. It's totally up to you. It's extra support, and you guys get some cool merch for that. So I just want to say thank you for everyone. If you guys do get it or just hanging out here and watching these videos, that's awesome as well. Now, just a little funny note, the word biscuit has two different meanings in the cultures that my family has. So I'm American and my wife is British. She's from the UK. And the word biscuit has two different meanings. In the state, the biscuit looks like that, right? That's what we know. In the UK, biscuits are kind of like cookies in some way. So depending on where you live and what that word means to you, we have two different options here of risk it for the biscuit. So let me know what you guys think about the merch. You guys think it's a cool idea? Is there something else you guys would like to see? It's totally up to you. So thank you again for all your guys' support, but let's go ahead and get right into the battles. Alright, getting into the first battle here. Let's see how these battles go. So Machamp, obviously super strong Pokemon in the Master League, has a lot of great matchups, and what's great is when a Pokemon can beat what it's supposed to, right? A Snorlax, a Magnezone, but it can also have super effective moves against its weaknesses. Now we see a Shadow Machamp here on the lead versus a Garchomp, so a pretty good matchup for the Machamp because that counter damage is going to add up. But what's important here is to not get hit by an Outrage. That's the big thing. Now he's going for the Cross Chop right here. This is going to be doing some heavy neutral damage. Garchomp already below 50% health. First charge move now coming through. Could be a Sand Tomb and likely will be right here. So it is going to be a Sand Tomb. That's going to be lowering the defenses here of the Machamp and able to get to another Cross Chop right here. This is going to be KOing the Garchomp or most likely getting a shield right here. So we do see a shield go down. The Garchomp is looking to get to a charge move right here and a potential swap. No. Charge move now coming through. Could be an Outrage, so we will see a second shield coming through, and he will be able to block the Outrage, so good call right there. And going to be able to farm down, have a lot of loaded energy for whatever is in the back. A little bit of lag right there, but the Garchomp does go down. Now we'll have to see what decides to come in. So it is going to be a Gyarados right here, which is really deadly. Like I said, that Rock Slide is going to do massive damage, but they are going for the Cross Chop right here, which is going to be resisted, and it gets the shield, so a fantastic shield bait. Can it get to the Rock Slide in time? They do get to the Rock Slide in time. This is going to be doing super effective damage, but how much damage is it going to do? Wow, oh my gosh, that was a lot of damage. Okay, so Gyarados is completely gone. Dragonite's going to be able to come in and farm. We see a swap into Metagross and a swap into the mirror match, but the thing is the opponent Metagross is ahead on energy, so they are going to have to throw the Meteor Mash. The Earthquake would KO the Metagross and they would not be able to get to it in time. Meteor Mash going to be coming through, going to be doing some nice resisted damage right there, and that's really important in this matchup because Dragonite has the potential to finish off with that Dragon Claw. The Earthquake does connect and take out the Metagross, so we are going to see the Dragonite now come back in, and the Dragon Claw should be able to KO from this range right here, so they are going to be going for Dragon Claw. It is going to be resisted because of that Steel typing here on the Metagross, but hopefully it does enough damage, which it does, and the Gyarados is very low, and that is going to be a good first battle right there. So you just saw the raw power there from a Shadow Machamp. Rock Slide does so much damage, and that's why I said it's such a strong Pokemon. Just Machamp in general. I don't run Shadow because I don't have a good one. If I did, I probably would, but I have a great normal Machamp that still does well. It's all because of that Rock Slide. Conkeldurr as well does really well because it has Stone Edge, and it's always that ability to hit back with super effective damage against the Pokemon that you are weak to. That is always huge. So let's see how this next battle goes right here. I didn't edit it, so I didn't chop it up to make it quicker. So we may have a bit of a queue time in between here. So let's see how this next one goes. We have Machamp versus Dragonite on the lead. Okay, so a great situation, what I'm talking about right here. It's pretty much a losing matchup because of that Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw damage. We do see a perfect swap, though, into Metagross on the Dragon Claw. That is huge right here. Going to be soaking that resisted damage on the Metagross while saving energy for the Machamp. And we do see a Snorlax come in. So Meteor Mash is going to do really well in this situation. It's going to do some heavy neutral damage. Meteor Mash is also a Community Day move as well, but it's going to do a lot right here. Yeah, massive damage there to the Snorlax, and the Snorlax is loading up on energy. Now, we will likely see a charge move coming through if they don't shield, which I don't think they would right here. A Body Slam would not KO, but it's actually going to be the Earthquake. Okay, that's actually really good here for the Machamp because he can completely farm down with fast moves and face off against that Dragonite again, but this time with a Rock Slide ready to go. So they are going to be throwing the Rock Slide right here. This is going to be doing super effective damage against the Dragonite, and we are going to see a shield there, and we see a swap out now into the Mirror Match, and the opponent Dragonite doesn't have enough energy right here, but a Dragon Claw will be coming through so he can safely shield. We will have to see what is in the back. They didn't swap out right away, so let's see what is in the back. It's going to be a Metagross. Okay, so loading up on energy, looking to go for Draco Meteor right here. Typically, Dragonites will run with Hurricane. That would be my recommendation. If you have a Dragonite, you can run with Hurricane. It's not Legacy, but this battler has Draco Meteor because that is a Legacy move right there. They are going to shield the Meteor Mash, and Draco Meteor now coming through. This is going to do a lot of damage. It's going to be resisted, but Draco Meteor is such a hard-hitting move. If it lands, that does so much damage right there. Completely takes out the Metagross. We are going to see the Dragonite now come back in. Going to be going for Dragon Claw right here in the Mirror Match, which will be doing super effective damage because of that Dragon typing. And then likely swap. Yep, here comes the swap, and they're going to go straight for Cross Chop. They could have had time to go for the Rock Slide potentially, but they're going to go straight for Cross Chop to do some resisted damage and chip away enough health that counter can maybe finish off. No, not able to finish off. Is there enough energy? No, they're going to be able to finish off with fast moves alone. And that is going to be a good battle right there. So as we saw, even the resisted damage with that Cross Chop is just enough to chip away enough health against Dragonite. And a great recovery there from a lead loss. I think catching that Metagross, or catching the Dragon Claw with the Metagross was huge for that matchup. All right, moving into Game 3 here. Shadow Machamp on the lead versus Rhyperior. Fantastic. This is beautiful. This is what you live for. And we see a swap now into Gyarados. They're going to load up on some energy right here, and they're going to go for the Cross Chop. Now, this is a shield baiting opportunity. The opponent has to know it has access to Rock Slide, so we will likely see a shield. We do see a shield, and they're going to swap out right away into Dragonite. That is huge right there. So, charge move now coming through. Could be an Outrage. Has to watch out for that. They are going to shield, and it's just going to be a crunch, so a shield bait there from the Gyarados. But still, that would have done quite a bit of neutral damage, but this Dragonite is going to be resisting that waterfall damage because of the Dragon typing here. They're going to overload on energy, and they're going to have... No, they're not shielding again. They are risking it for the biscuit right here, and it's just going to be another crunch. Gyarados could run with that Outrage, so they are able to completely farm down. They have a Draco Meteor ready to go. We are going to see a Metagross come in, and Draco Meteor now coming through. This is, again, going to be doing a lot of damage like we saw earlier in the battles. Wow, that did a lot. That was like 60% of the health, and able to get to a Dragon Claw now. This is definitely going to be pressuring the shields and health here of the Metagross. We don't see a shield. They're going to swap out right away into their Machamp right here and start farming down. They can successfully shield right here and come out of this fight with a lot of loaded energy with a Rhyperior in the back, which is going to get absolutely destroyed or pummeled here by the Shadow Machamp. Able to go for the Cross Chop. This is going to be getting the final shield from the Rhyperior, and all I have to do is 1 or 2 more counters and be able to finish off this game right here. Actually, Cross Chop may not be able to finish it off, but with the Shadow damage added onto it, this might be enough. We'll have to see. So Cross Chop now coming through to an unshielded Rhyperior. No, not enough damage, but counter alone. Okay, so they still have Dragonite, but they have Metagross as well, which is going to be doing super effective damage with Bullet Punch. So we'll have to see how they decide to play this out. They're going to go into the Metagross and go for the super effective fast move damage, and that is going to be a good battle. So that just shows the dominance of that Shadow Machamp, how much damage it can do, and how well it can apply pressure with its charge moves to the opponent, especially when they swap into something that has that flying typing, because it's going to be weak to that Rock Slide right there. So, okay, moving into Game 4 here. Let's see how this one goes. We have Shadow Machamp on the lead versus a Gyarados. So again, a lead loss right here. but he has access to that Rock Slide. We saw how much damage that did. Now, this could be an Aqua Tail now coming through. That was very quick, and Gyarados does have access to that Community Day move, which is going to be heavy neutral damage, and they are going to shield it right there. That Aqua Tail would have done quite a bit. They're overloading on energy right here, and they're going to go for the Cross Chop, so hoping for a shield bait, hoping to get a shield right here. Otherwise, the Gyarados will not be taking a lot of damage. So a shield does come through, which is fantastic. Can they get to the Rock Slide in time? They're going to swap again to the Dragonite right here. Going to be able to soak this Aqua Tail, which is going to be resisted, so a fantastic swap here by MagicCylinder. We do see a swap now into the Metagross, and like we saw earlier, going to go for that Draco Meteor right away. Hopefully they can get to it in time. No charge move now coming through. This is going to be that Meteor Mash, and it will be taking out the Dragonite, so they are going to have to let Dragonite go down, but they could potentially bring in that Machamp with loaded energy and look to farm down right here. So they're going to go ahead and bring it in. They can't farm too much because that Bullet Punch damage is going to be adding up. Cross Chop right here going to be doing neutral damage because of that Psychic Steel typing. No shield on the Metagross, and they're going to have to go for another charge move right here. Got tongue twisted right there, tongue-tied. That's okay. Cross Chop now eliminates the Metagross, but they have no energy for that Dragonite. They're going to have to swap out into Metagross right away and hope to get ahead on energy. They are going to swap right away, and this is tough. Swapping a Metagross into a Gyarados, which is technically a counter because it does have access to Crunch, which is going to be hitting super effective damage to this Metagross right here because of that Psychic typing. It does a lot at that. They're staying in here. What could be in the back? They are not swapping out. Charge move now coming through is going to be the Meteor Mash. Going to be resisted because of that Water typing on Gyarados, but it is going to be enough to take it out, which it is. What is that final Pokemon? Oh no, it's another fighter. It's going to be a Machamp. Meteor Mash now coming through. This is going to be shielded, so things are not looking good. I don't see how they can get out of this matchup. Really tough game 4 right here. They do get shielded right there. Machamp did throw energy though, so that is pretty good. So they're going to go ahead and let the Metagross go. No, they're going to shield the Cross Chop and hope to get to another Meteor Mash. No, they can't get to another Meteor Mash in time. This is a good game right here. Yeah, that's a good game. Well played. Tough matchup right there, but it was a great catch on the Aqua Tail right there into the Dragonite, so a great swap there by MagicCylinder. All right, game 5 right here. Let's see how they recover. Let's see how this battle goes. All right, so we have Shadow Machamp on the lead versus Dragonite. So another lead loss. Let's see how they can handle this one. They're going to stay in and probably look to catch that Dragon Claw on the Metagross. Yes, they do. They swap perfectly, beautifully timed right there, MagicCylinder, into the Metagross. Going to be soaking that Dragon Claw. Very, very skilled swap right there. We are going to see another Snorlax come in. So same situation as a previous matchup, but they're going to be able to get to this Meteor Mash in time. This is going to be doing a lot of neutral damage like we know, and if this Snorlax does not have access to Earthquake or Superpower, they may not be able to take. They shield it as well. Wow, the Machamp can come in and farm a lot of energy right here. They're likely not going to shield the Metagross right here. Yeah, they're not going to shield. Body Slam is not going to do enough damage. They are going to be able to get to a Meteor Mash in time. The opponent has to throw the energy right now. This is not going to be enough to KO. Oh, it is going to be a Superpower. That is going to be enough to KO. And Machamp can now come in and farm hard. Load up so much energy. They are going to throw the Cross Chop, though, right away. They don't want to have to use a shield on the Machamp against the Snorlax. The Snorlax is going to go down. We are going to see that Dragonite now come back in. Rock Slide coming through, going to be pressuring both the shields and the health here of the Dragonite, as it is that flying typing. They do get the shield. They're going to swap into their own Dragonite right here. Oh man, they're not swapping out as well. Dragonite's charge move now coming through. They're going to have to shield. That Dragon Claw would do a massive amount of super effective damage in this mirror match, and we will likely see a swap out. We do see a swap out. It's going to be a Metagross. Can they get to the Draco Meteor in time? Is this going to be enough damage? What charge move? They're overloading on energy right here. All right, they are going to have to shield the Meteor Mash. This is going to be, yeah, that would KO for sure. And then they are basically at 100 energy. They're going to go for the Draco Meteor right here. This is, again, going to do a lot of resisted damage, but how much damage is it going to do? That's going to be enough, potentially, to KO with fast moves alone. It is. They have a Dragon Claw ready to go for that Dragonite coming back in, but is this going to be enough damage to finish off? I'm not sure how much health was left on this Dragonite. Yeah, it is. No, barely not enough, but fast moves were able to finish it off, and that is going to be a good battle. So, fantastic showcase right there from MagicCylinder, able to take lead losses with a Shadow Machamp, turn it around with very good timely swaps into that resisted damage, right? The Dragon Claw into the Metagross, the Aqua Tail into the Dragonite. You guys saw a lot of fantastic swaps and a lot of fantastic gameplay here. Honestly, really impressed with the damage from the Shadow Machamp. I personally run Machamp myself, and that excites me one day to hopefully find myself a good IV Shadow Machamp that I can bring to the Master League Premier Cup. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. These battles were awesome. Let me know what you guys think about the team, what you guys think about the gameplay here, and how are your guys' battles going in the Master League. So, like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.